That way. Hey guys, so we are jumping into another week of what we are for right now calling Real Talk with Fusion, as we try to figure out an appropriate and fun name for what we're doing, because we're just having regular conversations while having fun about what God has done in our lives and in the lives of your leaders and hopefully in your lives of students as well. And so today with us we have, of course, Sarah Dukes, which we're all very excited about. Sarah's always here. And we have Sally Tucker. Welcome, Sally Tucker. Round of applause happening on the other side of the camera right now, just so you know. Everyone is so excited. So Sally, tell us a little bit about what you do now, because you used to be in forestry. Yes. Right? Which was awesome. Really cool. Yeah. And now you've had a life job switch.
Yes. I am a bookkeeper for my husband's electrical engineering business, so it's super exciting.
Yes. Yeah. Bookkeeping means
bookkeeping, like numbers, and I
do money.
Yep. You know, pay bills, send invoices to folks.
You're very important.
You are very important. So what do you do for fun if that's, you know, your job and you're keeping track of the books and all those things and you're no longer amongst the trees? Like, what do you do for fun on your free time?
I like mountain biking.
Ooh.
I love Clemson football, which may or may not happen, I don't know, this year. So, I love my black dogs. We have 2 black dogs, a big one and a little one.
Okay.
And they're like, you know, really special to me. And of course my kids.
Well, I was going to say, are they more special than your kids?
No!
Well, you can be honest here.
You know,
they can't. They'll never know.
My kids aren't like, well, sit in my lap and snuggle and like, true. You know, like they used to.
Yeah.
So.
You know that her kids don't sit on her lap?
I know that my kids do.
Okay.
My teenager doesn't. So.
The dogs, you know, will do that too.
Okay.
So.
Okay.
And I like playing on the lake and exercising.
Nice.
Yeah,
okay.
Really exciting.
All the fun things. So what we're gonna do today is we're gonna play a new game, a fun game called Who is Sally Tucker's Best Friend? And so Sarah and I are gonna compete to see who knows Sally better. But I didn't want to just, I feel like when you compete there has to be a prize. Like you have to win something. So I found this and I'm very excited because Sarah she hasn't seen it. And Sally doesn't know about it either. It's gonna be so good. So I found this. It's a shirt.
Okay.
So be appropriately excited. It says, Sally Tucker's best friend.
That's the best!
And there's 2 people high-fiving right here. One of them is Sally.
They're 6 feet apart.
Yeah, their high five is 6 feet apart. But so the winner will get this shirt.
I'm winning.
Which proves that they are Sally Tucker's best friend. So Sally, do you have a best friend currently?
Yes.
Well, you're about to have a new one.
Okay.
A better one. No, I can't say that. I don't know.
That
sounds a little mean.
That's rude.
So here's how it's gonna work. We're gonna do 3 rounds and we're gonna keep scoring. Here's what will be really fun. So you at home, keep count. Like, see if you know Sally better than we do. So Sally has no idea the questions we're gonna ask her, and we're just gonna throw these on. And Sally, you're gonna write your answer on your paper, and then Sarah and I will write what we think your answer should be. Here's question number 1.
Right.
Sally's favorite childhood movie. Like when she was a kid, what was Sally's favorite movie to watch over and over again? So this is Sally basic trivia, and we're gonna so you write it down. We've got 10 seconds to write down what you think her favorite movie was. So you gotta write something down, Sarah.
I'm thinking.
No, I didn't get this one.
I feel like you wrote a lot.
It's a long title. No way, I'm changing my answer.
This is like middle school.
Is it 2 words or 1? I don't know. Okay.
Oh my god.
So here's what we'll
Spelling
do.
count.
Spelling does not count. Our best friend Sally doesn't care about spelling. All right. So what we're gonna do is Sarah and I will show the camera first, and then we will share them with Sally and see if we're right. Okay. So let's show the camera our answers. All right. I don't know if you can see it. I'll write bigger next time. So I said Space Jam. What did you say?
I said The Sound of Music.
Ah, Sally, your favorite childhood movie was?
Neither of those.
Oh, such a good one.
I watched it. It's a 3-hour movie. I watched it 6 times in the movie theater.
You went to see it 6 times?
Yeah.
I don't even know if Lord of the Rings was a full 3 hours. It was.
Space Jam. What year was that?
What year was Sound of Music?
I mean, it's an
You're not in
older
your
one. Like
80s.
any kid can say that was their favorite growing up.
because
Alright, move on. Number 2, please.
Okay, next
No.
question. So we are 0-0 right.
I'm tripping.
No appropriate guesses so far. Okay, so
Okay.
if Sally could be a Disney princess, which princess would she be? All right, best guess.
My
What's the
answer.
movie from? Oh, I don't even know
No,
the
don't
name.
tell us, Sally. You just have to know the princess name.
Could she just write the name of the movie if she doesn't?
I don't even remember the
Yes,
name
I
of the
will
movie.
allow that.
Okay, well
Okay.
then I'm trying to help you out.
Then maybe
Google. I hate
no, you can't Google.
that.
I know what mine is.
I
Does
can't
that help
think
you at all?
of them.
What do you mean you can't think of them? You got 2 girls. Did they not watch?
We haven't watched
either?
Disney movies in like 10 years. Hold
What?
on.
Are you trying to tell me what you're writing down?
No, I'm trying not to look at her paper.
Okay, don't look at her paper.
I'm trying.
I don't think this is
I'm
right. I think this is more Sarah than Sally. This isn't right.
Then you wrote down
can't
my
think of the name.
I don't know what to write down.
Okay, you ready?
Okay. No.
I'm writing bigger so you can see it on the camera. So keep track. If you got the
don't know
first
if
one
this is
right,
Disney
then so
princess.
far you're a better friend than we
Okay, hold
are.
on.
Okay,
Hold
are
on.
you ready?
Hold on,
You gotta
hold on.
redo? Okay.
Yes. Time out.
If you knew me, you knew I wouldn't be a princess.
Right?
But if you have to pick one.
Okay. I'm
That's
just
the
gonna go
question.
with this. I'm gonna go with this. All right. I'm ready.
Okay, ready? So my answer is Moana. What did you say?
Meredith.
Merida. Okay, what was your
What
answer?
movie is that from?
Brave.
Brave.
I put this on.
I Ah!
That's the one
I know, because she's a tough chick.
She gets
shoots
like,
bows and arrows.
she gets like
No
half a
credit for
point.
getting
Oh,
it
no, I
wrong.
get
She
credit.
gets
No
like
credit
that.
for getting it.
It's
No.
not my fault she
half a
doesn't know.
point.
I could not
You
think
didn't
of
write
that
it down.
girl's name. I almost put the Scottish one.
I'm
Yeah, you
first,
should've.
the Scottish one.
You should
My first guess
With the
was Mulan,
bears.
but I didn't think
With
that
the
was
bears.
it.
Yeah. Okay.
See, that's me though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
true, though.
Oh, you know me.
Sarah.
All right. Good.
So here's what we want to do though. We want to know more about just you instead of just random things. So if we want to kind of encapsulate Sally Tucker, one thing we all know about Sally Tucker is your love for missions and mission work and mission trips. So kind of, can you tell us where that started or where it comes from or where does that passion kind of...
Sure. I grew up going to Salkehatchie as a teenager. And it was really neat because I went to Clemson and there was a bunch of kids that, you know, I knew from Salkehatchie
Yeah.
throughout the years.
Oh, awesome.
So, yeah, it was really... I was in a small group. My husband and I were in a small group with a lot of really neat people, 2 of them being Deirdre and Harlan Drew.
Yeah.
And so they had gotten started with Keeping It Real with Oscar. And so they asked us to kind of join along, and so we did. And that's where we really got our feet wet with mission.
So
Yes.
that's local missions. What was your first overseas mission?
So my only overseas mission has been to Kenya to work with Mali Children's Family. So
But Kenya was recent, wasn't it?
that was 2016. Yeah.
Oh, wow, okay.
When Mully came here for our GIC, that's when I just fell in love with the whole, for him and the whole mission. And so in 2017, me and 3 others were part of a vision team that went to Kenya to make sure we were good partners and make sure everything kind of fit well with our church and their ministry. And so, yeah, that was 2017 was my first trip.
Wow.
Yeah.
I think I had in my mind that you had been multiple places.
Yeah, I
Out of
did
the
too.
country.
No.
For
I'm sorry to
many years.
disappoint you.
No, no, no,
Not
no.
disappointing.
It's your story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's unique.
I dig in deep when it's
Yeah, and I
like
think-
all in.
I think that's maybe why, because I know
Yeah.
your heart for this, your passion for it, and so in my mind I had just
Yeah.
decided that you had been all over the world.
No, just
Telling
what?
all the people about Jesus.
Yeah.
So Sarah,
Yeah,
you
that's
you also love missions.
I do.
Now, was your first one, was that Haiti? Is that correct?
International. Well, I went to the Bahamas in high school on a mission
No,
trip.
mission trips.
It was a mission trip.
Okay, not spring break.
I slept on a concrete floor. It was a mission trip. Any of my people from youth group out there, they can verify. But then, and I've been to Mexico. I went to Mexico when I was in college to do Casas por Cristo. So
Okay.
that was, I mean, we didn't fly, but that was international. And then yes, Haiti
Okay.
has been the other place that I've been.
So what is something that stood out from being in Africa your first time over as you were just visiting to see if we could partner.
Yeah.
What made you say there's something we can add to what's already being done?
Well, to say God like wrecked me in a good way was, I mean, it was just completely life altering going to Kenya to see. What's so funny is, I mean, these children have nothing, these people have nothing, yet they're the happiest group of people I've ever seen. And when I say nothing, I mean, and I'm not saying this, I mean, our homeless population looks like, you know, rich folks compared to, you know, 90% of the population over there. And it's tough. It's tough to see. But so God kind of just wrecked me. I've never felt closer to God while I was there. And so when I got home, it just took me to a whole nother level. It took me a while to kind of, we wrestled with, like, what do you want me to do with what you exposed me to, what I saw over there, and what you were doing in my heart and in the people's hearts. And, you know, I think it takes that to see the need just in front of you. And so, you know, it took me a while to kind of, all right, God, what does this look like? How can I serve you in Kenya? What do you want me to do here locally? You know, so it really changed my life.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Did that answer your question? I don't even know.
I think so. I mean, it's just share your thoughts, right? It's real talk. It's what you got going on in your heart. You just throw it out. But so let's do this. We're talking about your life and how God wants to move in your life. I think it's time for round number 2.
Okay.
All right. So we're gonna jump into
right,
Sally's best friend. We're gonna keep changing the name of the game every round. Sally's best friend, round 2. Okay, here we go.
Why are you holding it like you already have the answer it now?
No, this. I mean, you can see what I wrote. It's just a question.
It's like
Yeah, I know. You can't see. It's secret.
So
So, if Sally won the lottery, what's one big thing she would do outside of the classic, like pay off the house, whatever? What's one big thing she would buy or do? Well, I feel like she's got an answer for this one.
I don't have spell books.
It's a good one.
like duh.
Okay, I'm ready, Sarah. You ready?
Yes.
Okay, so what would Sally do? I hope you've got your answer. What would Sally do if she got $1 million? Sarah, what was your answer?
I put that she would give it to the Malay children's home in Africa.
Okay. I put trip to Scotland.
That's
That
what
was
you
my
wanted.
guess. No! Come on! What is this?
But I wanted to be more broad.
Well, I
we are
was
saying about
mission.
Mission.
Go to Scotland.
I almost wrote that down,
Well,
but I was
first
like,
of all,
this is about
Sally
her
would never
doing
do the
something for
lottery.
herself.
Sally would never play the lottery.
Okay, so we will give Sarah 1 point. Sarah has 1 point. 1 point. I feel like
Go
you
to
want
Scotland.
Sarah to be your best friend. That's not fair.
No.
It's about the way of,
Everybody to be my friend.
it's not about just being your friend. It's about
Okay.
being your best friend.
Okay.
So 1-0, Sarah's in the lead right now. Question
All right.
number 2.
All right.
Okay, if Sally was stranded on an island, what's the one item she would take? The one item she would take on an island.
Sarah, you know this one.
Do I?
What
You
is-
do.
No way.
She does.
Pressure. No way.
Oh gosh. I don't know.
You do.
Okay.
And when I say it, you're gonna be like, oh yeah.
Would I know this?
No.
Okay, well then this
Okay,
seems
well then.
one-sided. But that's okay.
Come on, Sarah.
I'm just gonna call your time.
Okay, hold. This isn't good.
Okay. Sarah, your answer was
I put essential oils.
I put a good book. What did you say?
Don't even read.
Chapstick! Ah! So
Oh.
in case you get a fever blister, you need your
I know. How many
I wanted
times
to
do
do
we
that.
share chapstick?
Yes,
Shouldn't
and,
share chapstick. That's gross.
and
Don't share chapstick.
and Sally did introduce me to an essential oil that helps with.
Oh,
Old source.
I can't find mine, so I'm gonna have some of yours.
I could have brought it.
Anyway, yeah.
I knew how to do with your lips, though.
Yeah, chapstick. I've been
Okay.
addicted to chapstick since I was
1-0.
a child.
Just because you might potentially know the answer, but didn't write it down doesn't count. All right, so let's go back to the world of missions and your connection to missions and how all of this kind of just rolled out. You're involved with something that we here at CUMC called the Go Team. Can you explain to those, because we've all heard it, like it's been thrown out on Vision Day, GIC, we talk a lot about it, but what is the purpose behind the Go Team?
So the Go Team is
She has index cards. Can you see?
I do. I'm a nerd.
I approve of that.
So the Go Team is called the Global Outreach Team, and it's our missions board here at church. So there's 11 folks that sit on the board. So my role is the financial coordinator, and so we've got folks that do help with communications. We're separated into 4 different areas. So we're broken up into Jerusalem, Samaria, Judea, and ends of the earth. So we've got...
Real quick, explain where that comes from.
So that comes from the verse in Acts, but you will receive power from the Holy Spirit, and you will be my witnesses in Jerusalem, and all of Judea, Samaria, and to the ends of the earth. And so that's kind of how we've broken up the Go Team, by those areas. Let me get my notes.
Yeah.
So we have Jerusalem is our local branch. So we got 7 ministries that we support in our Jerusalem. So Samaria is zonal. And so when you think of Samaria, you kind of think of the outcasts, right?
Okay.
That's like this. So that's where our homeless ministry comes in. That's where our teen.
Life Bridge.
Yeah, Life Bridge.
Right.
Pregnancy things. Judea is regional. That's Redbird in Kentucky.
So a little further out than our immediate.
Yeah, so it's not local in Chapin or Columbia, but it's a little bit further out. And then we go to the ends of the earth, which is our mission partners. We've got 16 of those that are throughout the world. Does that make sense?
Yeah,
Okay.
absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah.
So if I were, 16 and I'm watching this, how could I be involved, or how would the Go Team be influential? Like, what does that mean to me as like a 16-year-old?
Well, as a 16-year-old, so what it is the Go Team are the ones that we plan trips. We get folks in our church, or maybe are on our team to plan the mission trips, to plan the service days, to plan all these things. We support them financially. And there's a lot of cool things, like, I'm not sure if everybody is aware of it, but our church pays for a quarter, 25% of your first mission trip. So
awesome.
Our goal is to get everybody to go. Mm-hmm. Go somewhere.
Yeah.
Kentucky, you can go to Nicaragua, you can go anywhere, but we just want you to go. Mm-hmm. And so our church picks up the bill for 25% of your first trip.
Wow.
Nice.
And that's I feel like that's just a great
really
incentive.
generous.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I think the thing to remember is there's a way.
Yeah.
Always.
You can always get creative.
Yeah.
You can babysit, you can mow lawns, you can honestly sending out letters, not saying give me money, but saying this is what I think God wants me to do, and just being genuine about our heart and what we're trying to accomplish through a mission trip is a great way, because people want to contribute.
Yeah.
Like, I remember being afraid to send out letters because I didn't want people thinking I was just trying to get their money.
Right.
But then I had people just be generous. I had one person give me $1,000.
Oh.
And I was like, what do I do? Like, how do I pay you back? And they were like, no, I just want you to go and do what God is asking you to do.
Yeah.
And so it's that kind of thing. When we trust God and we're willing to say, I will be your feet, I will go to reach the least of these, whether it's here locally or it's abroad internationally, it comes together.
Yeah.
It just does.
Yeah. And don't ever be afraid. If you have the heart to go, talk to Hugo.
Absolutely.
And we can always help you.
Yeah.
We'll find a way to make it work.
Yeah. Yeah.
So this year has been a little bit challenging because of the entire situation with COVID-19. A lot of our mission trips that we were looking forward to and had planned out for this summer were postponed or canceled. But that doesn't mean we're out of the mission trip game or ministry, actually is a better term. And so if you are excited, I mean, we're looking at 2021 already and trying to think about when can we go, when can we establish these mission trips, because the need is very much still there. People still need God. And when we go on a mission trip, we don't go to build a house. Like, that might be what we're actually doing, but what we're trying to do is bring the hope and the light of God into that community. Yeah. Does that make sense?
Yeah, and something else I want to point out too is, I mean, there is a great need just here in our community.
Absolutely.
And I think a lot of people want to go big and, you know, go to Africa on their first mission trip. Well, I mean, I did, but like I started in downtown Columbia too.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, and then we also started something this year. So for somebody that might think of, maybe this is something I want to do long term, you know, so we have funds available for folks that may want to do internships for adults and for youth
with ministry organizations.
And we have guidelines that you have to follow and things like that. But that's new this year too, where we want to encourage you to spend a summer in Haiti or spend a summer, you know, with Redbird or something. And if we can help you get there, then we will. So
awesome.
Yeah.
So if you want to go on a mission trip and be like a mission intern with an organization, just reach out to us and we'll just connect you with Sally and you guys start that conversation. So we're out of time. We got to wrap this up. So we only got 2 rounds in of who's Sally's best friend, but honestly, I think we all know the outcome. It is not me. It is Sarah. So Sarah wins this amazing shirt. No, and you have to wear it. You have to wear it and be proud, because not many people have this.
Hopefully
No one has that. No one else has that shirt.
Excited.
Only one was made, and only one will ever be worn. But we want you to know that we're here for you. We want you to know that we love you, we care for you, that we want to encourage you to jump into serving, encourage you to jump into missions, and into loving people well. So if you've got any questions, let us know. If we can pray for you in any way, let us know. But thanks for being a part of today, and we'll catch you next time. Bye.
Bye.